Hey guys, let's talk for a little bit about that 3/5 compromise video I just put out on the main channel. So, the video, as I originally uploaded it, included 90 seconds that are no longer in it. In that 90 seconds, I went on what some could call a bit of a rant on left-wing YouTubers, Noam Chomsky, Michael Moore, in which I pointed out how sort of a hypocrisy of them, or more accurately, how the same people who would call the framers of the Constitution who owned slaves hypocrites for not freeing their slaves or trying to abolish slavery despite the fact that they claim to oppose it, to these left-wing popular folks, you have the bread tubers, your Michael Moores, your Noam Chomskys, who rail against capitalism all the while benefiting from it. Now, the original version of this video you're now watching had a much longer bit where I go on and explain why what I said was correct, why I think it was right, and that everyone is misinterpreting what I said. And although I still feel those things, I kind of feel like that's just, something like that is not helpful right now. So this is going to be the final word on that point. I don't disagree with what I said. I agree with every single word I said, and I meant it. However, what I don't stand by from that original 90 seconds that I took out of the video was the way I presented it to you. I could have presented that argument in a far better way, in a way that would have rustled fewer jimmies, and things would have been far more understandable, people would have been less angry, and people would have been more focused on what I hoped the video would be focused on, and that is the narrative coming around that, this idea that the 3/5 compromise declared slaves to be 3/5 of a person. Now, some of the people who I talked with behind the scenes have said, well, I've had no experience with that. And some people in the comments section of the video also said the same thing. Now, I don't want to try and deny your experience, but I can't deny my own experience in this matter either, as in I had people in my life, I had teachers who expressed this very narrative that I was debunking. And so perhaps all I can say is, perhaps this problem of this myth of the 3/5 compromise is a bigger problem out here in California than it is in the rest of America, which I hope is more sane than it is here. But anyways, with the whole part that got people angry, the way I was portraying socialists and whatnot, I still feel that way, but I definitely think I could have done a better job at explaining what I meant in a way that was less demeaning or aggressive. And to one commenter in that video who said, "Oh, a real historian doesn't reveal his political biases," I'd say to that person or people who make that claim, have you actually gone through training as a historian? Because I can tell you, the political stuff is there the whole time. You have many professors who are actively political in that sense. I mean, Marxist professors are inherently political by their own definition. Like, if you watch my Historian Essentials video on Marxist historiography, you find that the Marxist historian views the act of studying and writing history to be an inherently political act, because you're choosing what you're covering and what you're not covering. In fact, my deciding to make a video on the 3/5 compromise and trying to, show that the popular narrative is false was in fact a political act. And because it was an inherently political act, I saw it as that. I thought it might be appropriate to address the counter-arguments to the group that most often pushes this narrative. But as it turns out, the way I did it was wrong, and I don't know if I'm going to try it again in the future. Definitely not there. So yes, I took out that part of the video because, one, I felt it was not done well, even though I agree with everything I said, but even bigger, that it was not appropriate for the video. So the Casual Historian channel I try to keep as mostly history and mostly the facts. I can't completely separate my politics out of the videos I do. Like, the fact that I chose to do the videos I did is, in some cases, a political choice. So I can't completely take politics out, but I can definitely do a better job than I did in that video. And so for that, I apologize. Politics and other more personal, off-the-cuff ideas are for this channel, not Casual Historian. And so I will try to do a better job in the future of keeping that line more distinct and the content separated. Alright, so this video is going to be shorter than I initially planned. I'm not addressing every single comment because a lot of them I felt were addressing similar things, and so I don't think that's necessary. But to all of you who watched the video and didn't unsubscribe, because there were some people who decided to unsubscribe because of that video, I thank you for staying on. Once again, I apologize for this lackluster performance and behavior, and I'll try to be better in the future. And with that out of the way, I guess I'll just ask again. I hit 20,000 subscribers on the Casual Historian channel not too long ago, and I'm still taking questions for a Q&A video to celebrate that milestone. That Q&A video will go up on this channel, not the Casual Historian channel, because that kind of video performs poorly on the main channel, and I don't want that channel to have to suffer through negative view velocity. If you're not sure what that is, just look it up on YouTube. You'll find people talking about it, and it's not good for a channel. So, like I said, thanks for understanding for my mistake. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me as part of the 20K subscriber milestone for the Casual Historian channel, you can ask those in the comment section of this video or in the comment section of the original video where I asked. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you hopefully soon for that 20K video. Bye.